Okay, hello everyone. So we'll be starting the session in a few minutes. 6:30. We said people are trickling in right now. So anyone wants to say anything like what are their expectations? What do they think that they'll learn or anything? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. Okay, you can use the chat and in between the session, kabhi bhi feel free to stop me if you don't understand. Okay, the whole point of using a Zoom and not making it a YouTube live stream was कि हम interact करेंगे. Okay, actually में this thing should have been in person. कोई room में कि कोई auditorium में होना चाहिए था. So उसमें हम we are a group like हमारे club में जितने भी जन हैं we would have हेल्प्ड यू. आप लोग वहां वहीं पे ऑन द स्पॉट ट्राई करते डेवलप करने का भी जो भी करने का एंड कुछ अगर प्रॉब्लम होता है तो हम पर्सनली आके वी कैन अटेंड टू यू बट दैट इज नॉट द केस सैडली. सो I'll just walk you through the structure of the this study jams. Okay, so as you all know कि this is the new to programming track. मतलब either जिसको बिल्कुल प्रोग्रामिंग नहीं आती और जिसको प्रोग्रामिंग थोड़ा आता है बट एंड्रॉइड के बारे में इतना आइडिया नहीं है. सो this track is for them. We also have another track which will be starting on the 9th of December. I'll be taking the track as well. So उसमें for people who have some idea about programming थोड़ा comfortable होंगे. So we will start learning. यही ग्राउंड वर्क थोड़ा रहेगा. उसके बाद we will start going for advanced concepts. So some of the concepts even I had to learn, like the industry में use होता है वो सब concepts. So that is really good. But for those who don't know, this is the first step to go. And इसके बाद you'll feel comfortable doing the other track. Okay, so इसमें the steps will be, so there is a website that I'll be giving जहाँ पे you can access the course materials. It is curated by Google itself. So वहाँ पे जाके आपको follow करना पड़ेगा. Like let us say कि this is the classroom and that is the textbook. I am your teacher. Okay, so without textbook नहीं चलती, without teacher नहीं चलेगा. So we have to have a mix of both of them. Okay, so okay, admit. So what I'll be doing today is, because generally ये जब in person होता है सेशन, सो आप लोग बुक के मतलब वो कोर्स मटेरियल के थ्रू जाते हैं एंड कुछ होता है तो हम सिखाते हैं. बट अभी बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट हैव अ 3 or 4 hours लॉन्ग सेशन ऑनलाइन में, ना मेरा उतना इंटरनेट सपोर्ट करेगा या कोई अटेंड करेगा 4 घंटे तक. इट्स इजियर टू वॉच अ टीवी सीरीज देन टू अटेंड अ सेशन फॉर 4 hours. सो इसीलिए व्हाट आई विल बी डूइंग इज कि I'll be walking you through everything that we will be covering in the next 3 days. So structure ऐसा है कि 2 सेशंस होंगे न्यू प्रोग्रामिंग ट्रैक के. एक आज ले रहा हूँ और एक तो we'll have on Saturday or Sunday. Okay, perhaps I'll let you know all. So अभी today we'll be covering half the portion, and after covering the theory of it, like I'll explain you everything. I expect ki in the 3 days gap that you have, you can go through the material and you can start solving those things apne se. I don't think you will find any difficulty after today. Okay, so once you do that, I'll just show you what I'll be doing. Yeah, sure. I'll share you all the links, all the PPT that I'll be showing, and even the code that I'll be writing here will be shared at the end of the session. like after today, tonight I'll be sending you all a mail. So in that, so I am just sharing what it will be. Uh, okay, just to so this. अरे यार, mm, this is. Don't forget to. Okay, I think we are. Could you just check? We are live. We are also live on YouTube. One of the pleasant surprises we had is that I did not expect so many people to turn up for the workshop, but it's very nice to have so many people. So this is the website. This is the link that I'll be giving to you all. As you can, I'll people are admitting it. Okay.
Just a second, just a second. Am I audible?
You are audible.
A few people who have not joined audio, so they can't hear you. So put a message in chat, maybe they'll know. Like Zoom has an option that they join by default without audio. So all the people whom you see that have the mic icon, it means they are not joined with audio and they.
Okay, I'll have to. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so I'll let them take it. I think okay. So where was I? So this is the um, mat- place where this is the link. I'll share you this link. So this is new to programming track, and this is the prior experience track. So you have to go to here, and here there are two units: Android basics for Kotlin basics for Android, and this. So today I'll be covering this one, the unit one, and in the next session we'll be going to the layouts. We will cover layouts to some degree today. I'll give you a brief idea of that. Okay, so the thing is that if you jump into this all by your own, then you will get overwhelmed. डर लगेगा कि इतना सब मुझे आता नहीं है, इतना सारा टेक्निकल चीजें हैं इसमें. Okay, so that is where I come in. So I will try to break this into small parts. Okay, logical flow में डाल के I'll be explaining it to you. So once you go in, you can just see here are some videos won't be necessary because मैं समझा दूंगा अभी, but see this, when you hit take a code lab, it will show you like this. Let me minimize it for some time. Okay, so here you see they give you the instructions what you have to do next. So this is all well documented. So they say you have to go to Kotlin Playground. Yeah. So just follow the instructions and then things will start making sense to you. But अभी जो मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ उसके बिना अगर आप जाओगे ट्राई करने के लिए, so it may not make sense. Okay, so today what we will be doing is we will be learning the very basic of Kotlin. ज्यादा कुछ नहीं, प्रोग्रामिंग में बहुत कुछ होता है सीखने के लिए, but because most of us here are eager कि हाँ हम अपना पहला ऐप अपने फोन पे रन करें, so I'll teach the very basic that you will need to get a app running by the end of this session. Okay, so वन थिंग कि मैंने जो मेल भेजी थी उसमें आई हैड सेड कि इट इज बेटर इफ यू गेट एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो इंस्टॉल्ड. How many of you have installed Android Studio? It is not a necessary for this session because पता है फर्स्ट टाइम इंस्टॉल करना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. Okay, so can we have a show of hands? मतलब chat में लिख सकते हो क्या आप कि कितने जन ने install किया है? So for those who have not, I'll again share you the mail that I'll send today. उसमें I will be sharing again the steps कैसे क्या करना है, because next session में it will be better if you have Android Studio. Okay, quite a few have 10 over okay 10, at least 10 people have. Okay, so you will all be having your app running on your phone by tonight. Okay, so that is nice. So okay, it's fine. Okay, okay, no worries. Those who don't have, no need to panic, because you will get to know what I am trying to teach. Okay, people are still joining in. So should we start or should we wait? I'll just wait for another 4-5 minutes.
Maybe start at 6:40.
We'll start at 6:40. Fine.
Yeah, that works. Hello everyone.
Yeah.
I hope you're all here. It's really good to see a big number. I'm Harish, DSC NIT Rourkela, and we have Chinmay, our beautiful facilitator for this Android study jam. Hope you
I don't know,
benefit.
turn on your video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not currently wearing my GitHub campus expert, so.
Harish, whenever he has some presence, वो हमेशा अपना GitHub campus expert का red hoodie पहनता ही पहनता है. Okay.
Maybe next time I'll
Is
try wearing the DSC t-shirt or something. But anyway, it would be really cool to see you guys introducing yourselves on the chat. Even if you want to say a few things before the session starts, you could. Very welcome to unmute yourself and
yeah.
speak.
Yeah,
Hi
anything
everyone.
like hello, कौन है
Yeah,
ये? Oh,
because it's
Abel
gonna
भैया.
be going
Oh yeah.
on for about a month. So yeah, awesome. Hi, Anirudh.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay, so anyone wants to speak
How many of
anything
you
on this here?
How many of you are
Ah,
attending a session for the first time by us? Anyone? First time? We have Anirudh,
Okay, we have
Sahil.
Asta.
Asta Shays is attending for the first time, which I know is for sure not right.
yeah,
Mhm.
because
First
we are
voting.
using Astha's account to conduct this session.
Okay, so let us try to make it a bit informal. So let us start.
Yes.
So first message came from. Let's start with the last message. Nagraj, do you want to introduce yourself?
Introduce नहीं
Unmute
तो
and
कुछ भी
speak.
बोलो.
कुछ भी बोलो.
कुछ भी बोलो. Even if you want to scold us, fine. But बोलो कुछ.
If you
If you
hate
don't like
Zoom,
Chinmay ka
also you
video
can talk
quality.
about it. Always up for criticism.
Okay, fine. Anyone else?
Yeah, it's cool.
किसी को कुछ नहीं बोला? How many freshers?
Yeah, how many freshers? Can we have a hands up or chat? Something.
Hi भैया.
Hi Sahil.
Hi,
Hello,
is this
Sahil.
Sahil? Okay, hi.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
very much.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm a fresher and I have no prior knowledge in coding and I'm looking forward to work with you guys.
Okay,
Nice.
so okay, I'll clarify it very nicely. We won't make you work. You learn together with us. No working here, only learning and
Yeah.
having fun. So yeah, and I hope you have a wonderful stay at NITR. To all the freshers. For those of you who are freshers, I'm a fifth year student at NIT Rourkela. So I can say that the only message that I would say in short is that you will have fun for sure. And
Yeah.
the short code that I would say, which is part of the Monday morning print issue that I worked on like 2-3 years ago, which is help will always be provided at ITR if you ask for it. There will always be seniors, there will always be someone who will help you out if you ask for it. So make the most of it and have fun. And
Yeah.
Chinmay is
And I'm
going
also
to make it a
feeling
fun
kind of
ride.
really bad that you guys couldn't be on the college. It would have been a totally different scenario. So you have to put that extra effort to connect with your batchmates and then also seniors. So yeah, just join all
Yeah.
sessions and try to connect with everyone so that you get the most out of it.
Yeah. Okay,
I guess it is
so
time we can start the session.
I
Stop
think
our nonsense chit chat.
yeah, okay.
Awesome. Yeah, over to you, Chinmay.
Did Chinmay just vanish?
Okay, that is a problem. No, he's not. Did he?
I suppose so.
The best opening ever.
Yeah, the best opening ever. I can read the slides if you want to. Why are you here? What are your goals? How do you plan to achieve them? All of the three require Chinmay to speak. I can't help you.
Okay, we have it.
Chinmay का power कट गया होगा.
Yeah, all to care. I think why are you here? That is something which people could say in chat or something. Yeah. What do you expect out of this session? I know everybody is
There are
really
people waiting in the waiting room. Can someone let them in?
Asta,
I
you are
think
the
so.
host. Can you just disable the waiting room?
I am not the host anymore. It's Chinmay Bhaiya now. He has taken
Nah,
away my.
you're the
No,
host, Asta.
you are the host
No.
right now. Yes, you are.
I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just a minute then. I'll let them in.
Just disable the waiting room.
Okay.
When did I become a host? I was not
When
Like
supposed
2 seconds ago. Hello, people. Just a small technical issue, which is pretty usual at NIT Rourkela, which on India also. So, which I am suppose you already have a habit of, else you will have a habit of it pretty soon. So, not all of us have fantastic internet connection. So, some of us have some issues at some point or other. So this happens, but yeah, we'll cover it up. Nothing to worry about. Everything will be.
Yeah, Chinmay Kabi is back. Yep. Hello, Chinmay. We kind of missed you already.
You are
Unmute yourself
muted.
before you speak. You're muted.
Yeah, it is no wonder I use Vodafone internet. Phone nahi tha. That's why.
Chinmay Bhaiya, now
Okay.
are you the host or is it me still?
Chinmay is the host.
It's Chinmay now.
Okay,
YouTube
great.
में stream हो रहा है ना still?
हाँ.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
streaming on YouTube.
Like, okay, Astha, can I make you the host so that you can keep admitting people?
Okay, when you're
We'll
gone,
disable
I'm
the
the
meeting
host.
room.
But when you're back, I'm not the host.
Chinmay, सुनो,
Okay,
just
then.
disable the meeting room.
हाँ.
That's it.
हाँ. क्यों?
To disable, just disable the waiting room.
So that people can directly join in.
Okay, how do I do that?
On the up arrow beside participants.
Oh, nice. I'm good. No, there's no yet.
वहाँ
Can
पे
you
सिर्फ
share
security
this?
के ऊपर होगा.
Disabled. Okay, so we'll start. We'll start directly. Or nahi. Okay.
Yo, Tata bye.
Okay. Bye. You're not watching my session?
Yo, over to you.
Course,
I'm
we
here
are
only. Don't worry.
watching.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So we'll be starting. So no one wants to speak. That is fine. So for those who you joined late, I'll be explaining to you again the structure of this. So new to programming track is for those who have no experience of programming or just a bit of experience, but you think you cannot do anything out of it. Okay. So this is having two parts. One is the materials which you will be following, which is provided by Google themselves, which is I'll be providing a link about that here. So this is the textbook and I'm the teacher. You need both of them. Again, the same analogy. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I'll be teaching you everything that you need to solve this I went into new to programming. Okay. So I'll be telling you everything that you need for new to programming. So today we'll be covering unit 1 and the next session we'll be covering unit 2 because I think you don't want to sit for 3 hours at a stretch. So we'll break it into 2 halves. So we'll be starting with the basic Kotlin basics for Android. So these are the sessions we'll be trying. So after I teach you, I'll be so you'll have 3 days, and in those 3 days I would recommend you go through this, follow the instructions. You will be able to achieve what this aims for. And the thing is, once you complete one track, you will be getting something, you will be getting badges like this. Let me show you mine. If google.dev is up, okay. So you will be getting badges like this, which you can also mention in your CV. Okay, so see, these are the badges that I have. Okay, so these will be publicly available. Also, you will be given a certificate, which is you'll be given a certificate. You can mention that as well in your resume. Uh, so that's it. Let's begin. Okay, so the learning objectives: build your first app. Yeah. Okay, so all of you must be knowing that there is something called a programming language. Yeah. So any software that is built has one or more programming languages involved. For okay, I'll stop the video for okay. So the chat, I'll enable the yeah. Okay. So yeah. So we'll be using Kotlin as the basis for Android development. Earlier it was Java, but now we'll be using Kotlin because there I'll just show you some things. Okay, I explained to you all this Kotlin basics. You'll take a quiz. Okay, so yeah, so we'll be using Kotlin to start writing Android apps. Kotlin and Java used to be used earlier. Abhi Kotlin use करते because let for anything you want to achieve Kotlin Java में बहुत लिखना पड़ता है. Okay, but in Kotlin that is like बहुत कम lines में you achieve the same thing. And there are some more added advantages which you may not appreciate abhi, but as things go on you will. Okay, so we'll be trying something out in an environment called Kotlin Playground. कुछ install नहीं करना पड़ेगा. For those of you who haven't installed Android Studio and stuff, Kotlin, you can still run Kotlin on a website. Just Google uh, Kotlin Playground, and the first result that you have, आप वहां पे Kotlin कोड रन कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे एंड्रॉइड फुल फ्लेजेड ऐप डेवलपमेंट नहीं कर सकते, बट जस्ट डेमो के लिए you can run. So what I am going to tell you right now, you can try those stuff right now. कुछ भी ना install किए. Okay. So that is the first part that we will learn थोड़ा सा Kotlin. Second हुआ Android Studio. I'll make a project अभी. Uh, after Kotlin, I'll make a demo project and show how you can build a app out of the box without writing a line of code itself. Okay, then we'll be running the app. So you connect your phone to your laptop or computer and you run it. Okay, and then we'll be learning about the layout, the user interface, how things are defined. Okay, so let's start with Kotlin. Okay, so just a second. Any doubt, anything? Is Android Studio an app? Yeah, it is a software that you have to download. I have provided the link. Okay, one more suggestion that I have: when you registered for this, you used something uh, like this. You you went to a link like this, right? So I had actually mentioned all the things here. You can see like everything. Installing Android Studio, you have a link over here. So, and if you want to know more about Android Study Jam, there is a link over here. If you want to get in touch with us, you can join our Slack here. So I would recommend you please go through these links again. It will be easier for you. Yeah, Hari sent the link. Yeah, okay. So can I get in chat how many of you don't know any coding, anything about programming? Anything? Me? Okay, Sahil, yeah, we talked about. Yeah, Annapurna raised hand. Yeah, you can unmute and speak directly. You don't have to ask for my permission if you want. Okay, so the good thing about programming is that we follow something called an object-oriented programming. You don't need to understand what it is. I'll just explain it to you in a layman's term. The good thing about it is that you can relate it with any physical entity. Okay, anything. Let it be a car, or let it be a game, or let it be a classroom. Let us take an example of a classroom. Okay, so when we say, let us say a school is the software or the app that we are going to build. Every software has parts in it. Like, agar hum let us take WhatsApp for example. So it has different screens in it. Yeah, so we can call those screens as classes. So different classes have different levels of expertise and different purposes. Okay, I think this will be very understandable to people who don't know any programming. Okay, so the good thing is classes का concept यहाँ पे भी है, programming में भी है. When you make a screen, that is literally a class, as I will show in a Android Studio. That is literally a class. Each class has its own function. किसी क्लास में कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज होता है, किसी में ड्राइंग होता है. So that function is what you see over here. You see here fun main. Fun is short for function. Okay, so every code that you write needs to, what is a program? It is a set of instructions given to a computer to execute, right? And let us say कि a set of instructions is trying to achieve a specific kind of objective. मतलब let us say कि तुमको image दिखाना है suppose. तो उसके लिए you have to send a set of instructions to the computer. So we can have a function जिसका exclusively जिसका काम होगा image दिखाने का. So we can name it as show image. ओके, सो जब ये वाला फंक्शन रन होगा, इसका ओनली काम है ये इमेज एक दिखाएगा. ओके, इमेज दिखाना इटसेल्फ तो अभी स्कोप में नहीं है, सो आई लेट इट बी मेन. ओके, इतना समझ में आया? फॉर दोज हु डोंट नो, लाइक इज दिस एक्सप्लेनेशन गुड एनफ, और डू यू वांट मी टू क्लैरिफाई फर्दर? जस्ट चैट में और अनम्यूट करके यू कैन लेट मी नो. कोई कुछ okay, I assume ki everyone. Okay, so next thing that we have is a variable. Print is very okay, variable. So the thing is, just like you write things in the notebook. Okay, please clarify कौन सा part? आकांश, समझ में नहीं आया ना, अनम्यूट करो और पूछो क्या क्या समझ में नहीं आया. मे बी हम डिस्कस करेंगे तो बाकी का ये. हेलो,
हाँ वो पहला वाला पार्ट.
पहला वाला कौन सा? क्लासेस का? हाँ, हेलो.
नहीं वो शो इमेज वाला.
कौन सा? सुना ही नहीं दे रहा है क्लियर.
शो इमेज वाला.
अरे इमेज. ओके, सो लेट अस से कि इमेज नहीं, ऐड ही करते हैं. ठीक है, इमेज इज टू मच. लेट अस से कि हमें एक सॉफ्टवेयर बनाना है जिसका एम है कि हम 2 नंबर ऐड करेंगे. ठीक है, सो वी कैन से कि एक हम फंक्शन, दैट इज अ फंक्शन हमारा सॉफ्टवेयर का, समझे? सो उसके लिए हम एक फंक्शन बनाए. फंक्शन का शॉर्ट फॉर्म है fun. ठीक है, सो उसमें यहाँ पे हम ऐड 2 नंबर्स. ये नाम कुछ भी हो सकता है. यहाँ पे मैं बस अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए नाम दे रहा हूँ. ठीक है, यहाँ पे तुम कुछ भी नाम दे सकते हो. ओके, सो ऐड 2 नंबर्स हो गया। उसके बाद हमको नंबर के साथ खेलना है, तो हमको नंबर कहीं पे तो स्टोर करना होता है। तो हम जब नोटबुक की पेन पेपर पे लिखते हैं, तो पेपर पे हम अपना नंबर स्टोर कर रहे हैं लिख के, राइट। बट जब हम प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं, तो हम प्रोग्राम में वी यूज समथिंग कॉल्ड वेरिएबल्स। Okay, English.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, okay. So we use something called, so when we need to store something, we write it on a pen paper, or we take a printout of it. But when you have to in the code, we use something called a variable. So variables, what is the short form of variables? var, just like there was a short
Where?
form for function. So yeah, so there is a var. So var. Okay, so we have 2 numbers. So let us say number 1 equals 10. We have to store, let us, okay, so there 2 numbers. So there the second number 2 equals 15. Done. Now we have to store it, so it will be another number. When we add both of them, the resultant will be a third number. Yeah, so the answer equals number 1 plus number 2. Self-explanatory.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is just for numbers. We can do the same. Any variable any data that you want to store, that is stored in variable. Right now we are treating number as data, a name as data, or anything. In when you go for advanced stage, you can store a video as data. Video is also data, right? Image is a data, music is a data. So it is not that simple to store just like this, but in the very basic sense, this is how we store. So when we run, so answer should be the sum of these two. Now how can we we want to print the answer, so very logically we just print
Print.
answer. Okay, so after you type, you have to run it. Okay, so here you see the
Yes.
play button. Yeah, so when you run it, okay, oh yeah, this is something. When for every function for every code that you write, there needs to be a main function, because that is the entry point of the software. So software, when it executes, it will search for a main. If there is no main, it does not know how it will work. So a main is mandatory. So when you run here, it is showing 25. Understand? So here it was a plus. If I for multiplication, we use this asterisk symbol. Okay, so it should give 150. It is giving 150. Minus, it should give yeah, just like Python has a different syntax. So when you go for different programming languages, the style may change, but the concept will never change. So if you uh, you get the expertise, uh, okay, is it not compulsory to give data type for the variable? In Kotlin, actually, it is not. For those who don't know, there is a thing called data types. So 10 is an integer. Yeah, so 10 is an integer. And when we say a name, like my name Chinmay, so it is not an integer. So what is it? So it is called a string. So and a integer and a string are naturally, they are not the same kind. Exactly, yeah. So there are different data types that we have, but in Kotlin we can just write var and it will take care of that. So abhikaliye we don't need to get into that. When we go into serious, like high level stuff, then can we write the code? I will not recommend you to write the code outside the function. So it is not exactly 100% like Python. In Python you can, but here you cannot. Okay, what's data type you say? Okay, just like I said na, ki now there is, why is it not showing when we add, like okay, I'll just answer one by one. What is data type? uh Sahil, can you unmute and just talk with me?
Hello.
Hello, bolo. what is the, yeah, like what you did not understand anything what I said about data
No, no,
types?
no. I couldn't understand that question is asked. I mean, what's data type? I mean, a guy asked there to give the
Huh.
data type of the variable. I mean, what's that data? But what's data type?
You don't know data type, what is data type, right? Yeah,
No.
so what happens is that in other languages you have to, like 10 is an integer na, so
Hmm.
you have to write something like int number 1 equals 10.
Hmm.
Okay, so in this you can write something like int number 1 colon uh, okay, int equals 10, but this thing is redundant. So once we write this, so this is number 1 is bound to have only integer values. We cannot add some other kind of data into it. Okay, so what happens is in normal any other programming language, when we write int number 1 equals 10 or 20, I cannot write that. So number 1 again equals my name. This will show an error.
Okay, means
Samjhe? Because
data type is, I mean, something fixed.
yeah, data type is normally in earlier programming languages, it was static. Like you have, it is once you have declared it, you cannot change it again. Okay, but
Hmm.
what has happened? Kotlin is a fairly modern programming language. Okay, so what it does, ki you just provide it the data, it will figure out the data type on its own. You don't have to. So
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah,
is
yeah, I
one way
understood.
how Java say it is better. Kotlin is better. So it will take care. Otherwise, it becomes very tedious. Here you just have to write var, and things are taken care of. You get it. You can write like this int, but that is usually not necessary. At
So
least not. Yeah,
basically, data
yeah.
type is something that distinguish the data. That, I mean,
Type
layman
of
sense.
data that type of data that it can handle.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so actually what happens is that when you go for advanced coding, so when you different data types occupy different space, different amounts of spaces. Okay, so if you say ki I declare it as a string, but I have to store only one character like a or b or c, so that is a waste of space. String will occupy a lot of space, but it will use only this much. So it is better to declare something called a char. So these things I'm not getting into right now because we don't need it. Okay, and okay, that is clear. uh, for someone who is saying 1015 क्यों नहीं होता, logically it should not have been 1015. We are adding two numbers here, so why will it be 1015 logically? JavaScript does this, but we are not here for JavaScript. Okay, so that is Kotlin. I guess now is everyone clear about the basic concept? Okay, chat may bus just say if okay. So rather than asking is everyone clear, is someone still unclear about the concept? That is more important. Okay, so I was going with the analogy of okay, you just joined now. Good thing is that we are streaming on YouTube. We'll share you the link. You can catch up till the point you haven't been here. Okay, so Abhi you follow and will be cool. So I was going with the analogy of classes na. So the good thing is usko we can extend it further. So classes have something called students, right? So students are what we let us say students are uh, they are basically similar, like on a biological level they are the same, they are humans. Okay, the thing that distinguishes them is they have different attributes, different weight, height, size, hair color, and eyes and nose, the structure. But on a biological level, the basic things are like they will have a heart, they will have two legs, two hands, 2 eyes, so things like that. Okay, so what we can do is that that thing also applies here in Kotlin. Okay, so what we can do is key, let us say there is a button. Okay, for example, just key in our in any app that you use, there are a lot of buttons, right? So what instead of writing 10 buttons one after another, what we do is key, we write a function which will declare the basic functions of a button, like a student in our class, a student, the basic things that it should have, it should be a living person, and they should have a uniform and stuff like that. That is general to all. Okay, so maybe we can do is like we can have a button, and that button should have, let us say that button where should have a shape. That shape should be this is not actual code. Okay, this is just to explain. So a button, what should a button have? So button should have a shape, button should have a height, let us say 10, uh, button should have a width. It- yeah, this should be the basic that there should be, right? And then what we can do is key, this is, we can use some this function, and we can add things to, like we need this this much is fixed, I just need a button of a different color, so I will just add a color to this. So this code remains same, you don't have to write the code 10 times. Okay, so this I can actually call a object. Okay, so I want to customize an object according to me. So what we do in coding is we define a button somewhere, and when we use it in 10 places, we just change the color or height or something, but the major part remains the same. Do you get it? Like I'm trying to stretch over here. Uh, I don't think all of you will be clear. Okay, let us move. You don't necessarily have to. We'll cover it in a future, in the future session as well. I would like to take you through one more thing that is called a loop. Okay, and after that we'll uh, start under studio. So what is a loop is that, let us say you have to print 5 numbers. Okay, so you can do like this: print 1, print 2, print 3, and so on. Okay, again main is important, sorry. Okay, so he 1 2 3, ये side print कर दिया. So if I print ln is like, it will print in next line. Again ln is the short form for line, so it will 1 2 3. But let us say you have to print from 1 to 100. So are you going to write for 1 to 100? So that is not the that is not how it should be. So there is something called loops. So what are loops? Loop is like you provide it a range. Ki I want to work from 1 to 100. It will provide you the values one after the another. You don't have to write the whole thing. Okay, so when I write this, okay, print ln. So this code may not be very explanatory. Okay, so what it does is, for variable I in 1, double dot means 2, 5. So what this code means basically is, from 1 to 5, provide me all the values one after the other. Okay, so when we run it, so it will first provide print with 1, then it will provide print with 2, then it will 1 to 5, it is incrementing one after the other, 1 2 3 4 5. If I give it 50 also, it will go one after the other, and it will print till 50. So what happens is like, let us say you have a list in our class, in the same class analogy, you have a list of, you have 50 students. You don't want to print the, let us say you have to print the marks. You don't want to like print marks of this student is this, that student, so 50 times. No, you can just provide it here and it will go on printing it for you. Did you understand this concept? Again in the chat box, or rather who did not understand, please raise your voice. That someone did not understand, so please Mike, just why only two dots? Two dots, like it is a convention. They have decided ki two dots, the two dots is the convention which will represent A. Like you cannot ask now ki why is A written the way it is. Like that is the convention. Okay, so they have decided ki if we have to say ki the range is from 1A to B or 1 to 50 in this case, we use two dots in this case. Okay, did I get your answer, Sahil? I think I have. Yeah. Otherwise, just okay. Then what is in? What is in? Ayush is asking what is in. So when I'm saying for I in 1 to 50, so in right now, all you have to understand is in literally means in. So when I'm asking ki I want all the numbers in the range of 1 to 50. So this is the range that I have, and from inside of that I am picking one number each. Okay, so it is going to provide us. So did you get this is not the technical answer, but I'm just saying the spirit of it right now. Okay, that is basically what it does. Do you get it, Ayush? Okay, I think Ayush got. If you did not, then just speak up. Okay, do we need to use the function main every time? Yes, we do. Like you can write other functions as well, but you need to have a main function because the software does not know where to start from. Okay, what happened? Someone drew here. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so the software does not know where to start from. So main is the entry point for that. Because software does not know anything. It will do whatever you ask them to do. If you ask them to destroy the world products, it will destroy the world for you. You just need to know how to write the code for it. Okay. So when you write main, it is the gateway. And from that, you can instruct it to do whatever. So this is the only thing that any software knows. If I have to go to main. Okay. So that is answering Subham's answer, Subham's query. So what happens if you write function main more than once? The best way to try it is actually writing function main more than once. Okay, we have written function main more than once. Conflicting overloads. What does it mean? It is conflicted. Like which way should I go? Because there are two mains, so it cannot decide. So I said it knows only one thing, that I have to go to main, but now the poor program is confused, where do I go? So it has given conflicting and it is probably overloaded. Okay, so that answers your question. Anything you have, you should open this, you should search for Kotlin Playground and you should perhaps start trying stuff out. Okay, so yeah, one more thing that I'll be one more thing. Let us say you have to go from 1 to 50. Right now we are printing 1 to 50 in series. Let us say you want to maintain a step of 2, like 1 3 5 7, like that. So we just write step 2. I think this is understandable. 1 3 5 7 9. So it is incrementing at 2 steps. I hope this is understandable. Yeah, so that is it for the basic of Kotlin that you need to understand. And when we'll be opening Android Studio now, it will probably a bit intimidating. I will ask you all to just not see the code right now. Oh, okay, so Pramod, I have answered. Sahil, I have answered. How do you print with some spacing of numbers, like odd numbers from 1 to 15? I think I answered your question without reading the question. Okay, so can we write where I in where I for mm, no, okay, can we write where I in 1 to 50? You can write, technically you can write. Who asked this? Pramod, no, Pramod nahi. Sahil asked. That is something called a collections. Okay, so that is not in the scope right now. So we'll be doing that probably in the next session, I suppose. Okay, so where I in 1 to 50 can be done, but it is beyond the scope of explanation right now. Okay, so I suppose all of you know now how to use Kotlin, the playground. At least this is the basic that you need to understand. This is not the whole of it. Okay, anyone has any question, any queries, any doubts, anything you did not understand, or anything you want me to repeat, please speak up right now in the comments, or just unmute yourself. And can we print prime numbers? Prime numbers can be printed from 1 to, I missed the, okay, I use the video will be available in the stream. We have a YouTube live stream, and we will be publishing the session there. You can catch up there. Okay, so need not be worried. Can be with prime numbers from 1 to 50. That requires logic. We have a logic to print prime numbers. Okay, but I don't think that you want to make a app which prints prime numbers. It will be pretty boring. Okay, so it is there, it is possible. We are just not focusing on the logic part right now. We haven't defined I. Okay, Ankur, I suppose you are from a Java or some other A background. In Kotlin, you don't have to define I, because I, we are using it inside the loop itself. Okay, so we don't have to define I in logic, but in Java, if you do this, you will get 100 kinds of error. Okay, but in Kotlin, it's forgivable. Okay. So those who don't did not understand what I just said, you don't need to understand right now. It was just targeted to Ankur. Okay, so Vaibhav had asked me about prime numbers. So there are a lot of manipulations that you can, as I said, I added two numbers, I subtracted this number. Okay. Mm. Um, okay, so what is for? What, Bhaiya, what is for? Visakha asks. Okay, so when we say in the same analogy of a classroom, we say ki for the 50 students, let us bring chocolates. Okay, that is common English that we speak. Yeah, so what does for means? Like for when we want to assign something to someone, we usually speak naki for this many students bring this. So it in the same lingo, when we say for this range of numbers from I equals 1 to 50, we do this. Okay, so when we have to loop through something, or do something with all the things that are present in that range, we use a for. Okay, there are some other commands as well, like a while loop, do while loop, but we are not going through that for now. We'll be learning, see what will be okay. We will be learning seeing what will be fine if we learn. Now Neeraj, it is fine. So it will mostly be the same thing. Okay, there will be some differences, but I would rather suggest that you should take C very seriously, because C is the bedrock of all the programming languages. Like C as a programming language is so strong that Android itself is built on C. The software, the computer that you are using is built on C. Okay, the C programming language. So it is a very powerful programming language too. It is a bit old, That is the only demerit that is at. So you won't face much problem. Okay, when you ask. Okay, so is there a any keyword other than exponent? Like, okay, Rupesh, I think output very fast other than exponent. Like, there are you can do vector functions here, but I don't. I would rather not explain it to you, like because it will stump other people. Okay, Rupesh. So you can contact me personally. We can get in touch, and I would be happy to explain it to you. Okay. So can the step be used to reduce the jump size in every iteration? Um, yeah, you can increase the step, but that will include some caveats. Okay, Sujit. So that is because when we want to handle fractional values, the thing with coding is key. It handles integers like 1, 2, 3, and fractional values like 1.5, 2.5 as two different kinds of data types. I said data types. Two data types are seldom compatible with each other. Okay, if we will okay, so for that, when you say zero point 0.5, that is possible, but I would like to take it up in the future, not now. I'm trying to make everyone comfortable right now, bring everyone on the same platform so that we can, what do you say, we can go ahead with app development. Okay, so last question. Okay, we'll start the app. We'll start the Android Studio. If we will not define I, then how will it know it is int or what? It is not. I is not defined as int by itself, like it is an integer, but the range that you see, it is an integer. So I has to be so the this is a logical conclusion that we can draw. So if we want to handle handle a group of integers, I has to be an integer. So that is a thing that the compiler, the Kotlin language itself does for us. Okay, so that is the beauty of Kotlin. Like these small little things. Java, we have to write a lot of things, but we don't have to write these things. Like some things are very dumb. Like even a dumb person will understand, this should have been this. So why are you writing this? Kotlin takes care of all that. But in Java, if you have to print, you have to write something like this: system dot out dot println, then something like for each print statement. It will not work here, but yeah. And if you have to write a function, so function itself is so static void main static void. Okay, so you have to write
Public study
something.
word, man.
Okay, so what someone someone was saying something. Hello, hello. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so Java, in that prospect, Java, say Kotlin is better. I suppose everyone is on the same page now and try to answer all as many questions as I could. So should we start with Android Studio? I'll be starting Android Studio now. In the meantime, anyone has any other doubts, please speak up because I cannot keep up with the chats anymore. Okay, so I think most of you will be bored by now. So okay, so I have started Android Studio for all um, those who have Android Studio installed. You can start along with me, and if you even if you don't, it's fine. It's very fine. Okay, because I'll be doing very basic stuff now. So yeah, so the thing that we covered now is the same thing as this Kotlin play here. Android Basics Introduction to Kotlin. This one. Okay, introduction to Kotlin is what we covered right now. Can we get a bit more yeses? मेरे को confidence नहीं आ रहा है कि हाँ, I have taught something. So can you just say yes or no in the chat? Even if you haven't, just let me know. I'll try to make it better. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah. Okay. So next we'll be going for the first Android app, basic layout app. So we'll cover all the three at once. Probably be over by yeah. Okay. So I already am having a project. So I'll just close. I'll start from scratch. Okay. So this is how. Yeah. Close. Okay. Close. Okay, so when you start Android Studio for the first time, this is how it will look. Okay, so we will be starting a new Android project. I suppose all of you who want to follow, you can follow along with me. You can start Android Studio. Okay, so we will be starting a new Android Studio project. Yeah. So there is a project template. What it does ki Android projects are broadly divided into um, some yeah, okay, here, okay, I'll try. So there is like some apps have a map in them, navigation based app. So for that, there is a map activity. So what it does, there is a basic activity, it will have a button. So let me not get into activity first. So what it does, it provides you a template. So it will add the necessary code, the necessary design and all from the starting itself. Okay, so you don't have to write more code for that. The good thing about using Android Studio or any other dedicated software for this is that they do a lot of work for you. Okay, and they try to reduce like as much code as you have to write. So okay, so we will be going with an empty, as you can see it is written empty over here. What's the difference? And Kotlin Playground. Okay, so so listen, Kotlin is a programming language. Okay, but Kotlin is not well suited on its own to run on Android. Okay, so what Android does is it adds some flavor to Kotlin so that you can run the software that you write in Android. Right. And Kotlin Playground is a very basic place just to try out Kotlin. You cannot actually make software out there because Android is a what? Android is a. Could you unmute and just speak up? I am unable to get your question. In the meantime, everyone, I am just creating an empty activity here. Next. Okay. You can name your application anything that you want. Okay. So, Sahil. Is it Sahil?
Hello.
Just tell me what is your doubt? I did not get you.
You said that we can't create apps on Kotlin Playground. So basically, Android Studio is type of a catalyst, means facilitate.
It is catalyst would be it takes a more central role than just a catalyst. Okay, that is I would it facilitates big time. It's not just a catalyst; it's more than that. Okay, but yeah, Kotlin. Yeah, so one actually technically speaking, you actually can make without Android Studio, but that will be like hell. Okay, you won't believe how much amount of code you will have to. I'll just show. Okay, bear with me. I'll just show. Okay, so you can name your project anything you want over here. Okay, because it is Study Jam, I will name it Study Jam 1. Okay, so language we are using here, you can see Kotlin and Java. We'll be using Kotlin. The funny thing is I have been using Kotlin for, Java for myself. Okay, but Kotlin is such a great language that I've had to switch because in school also I have learned Java only. Okay, so we are set. We just write, we just hit finish, and it will create a project for us. And what does creating a project means? Like all the code that we need to start off, it will start adding those codes. Okay, so the code, see the code you see here, we don't this code is same. Any app you take, this code will be present. Okay, so this is what you call a boilerplate code. This and because we already know that this code has to be there, and what Android Studio does, it adds it for you on its own. Huh? What is minimum? Okay, I'm very sorry, I missed out on minimum SDK. Okay, so SDK stands for Software Development Kit. Okay, it is a tool of all the it is a bundle of all the tools that are available for Android. So what happens is, you know, ki Android versions, like we receive updates, Android KitKat, Nougat, Oreo, um, like that, Pi. Yeah. So and with each increment, there are a new set of features that are added. What is what are we supposed to? Yeah, 16. You right now 16 is fine. Okay, so right now you can go for 16. Whatever is the default value, just go with the default value. It will not be a problem for you. Okay, so what happens is that Android Studio, each OS version, that Android version that we have, has a SDK version as well. Okay, so Android, now we have Android 10 coming out, so that is SDK version 30. I suppose Android KitKat was 23. Okay, so what happens is that, logically speaking, let us say, if I have made a app which targets only Android 10, only Android 10 came out just a year ago. So is it possible that the same app will run on a 5-6 year old device? Most likely it will not, because there are a lot of things that must have been added over these years, which is not available in the poor old phone. Yeah, but logically it seems right. So that is why, but let us think of it the other way around. Don't you think that if a app was able to run on a phone which was 5 years ago, the same app will be able to run today, because all the tools that were present then are also present now in our Android OS. Some things are added, but things are very rarely are things removed from Android. So you get the essence of what an SDK is. Okay. Pramod, could you just answer or speak, Parya? Whatever I'm doing in the bottom, you don't need to take a look at it. Okay, I'm just setting up the phone so that you can have a look at my phone. Okay. Okay, I think Pramod, either Pramod left or okay. Thank you. Um, So I'll be setting things off. So here you can see there is something called a main activity.kt. KT is again small short form for Kotlin here. Okay, main activity. So what does so this thing you will find a lot, this activity thing. Okay, so what is an activity? Wait, let me just connect TCP. Connect. Just a second. Okay, so yeah, so activity thing. So when I said the class concept, so each class in our school had a specific role, right? So here you can see the word class is there, right? So here we see. So what happens is that in Android nomenclature, each specific class is called an activity. Like a class is performing an activity, so we call it an activity. If it is dancing, that's a dancing activity in the school no, terminology that I'm extending until now. Okay, so if it is painting, it's a painting activity. Okay, so In the same sense, the different when you open an app, there are different screens. So each screen does an activity of its own. An activity has many different functions that you have to perform throughout the activity. So there is one function on create, then we can define multiple functions like this. Okay, so like you get just ignore this code, other code. I am not asking you to understand what the other code means. I'm just giving you a sense of the code that is there. There is a class. I promised you that there is something called class in the beginning. When I said key programming is very much in resemblance with actual physical objects, like a school, I said, okay. So our classes, different classes are performing activities. In Android also different classes are performing different activities. So hence it is called an activity. Okay. And one activity may comprise of one or more functions that it has to prove. So the first function is it is creating itself. The screen has to create itself. So that is one activity, that one function that the Android Studio itself has defined for us. If we want to define some more stuff, then we can add our own functions. Okay, so that is the functioning part. How does the activity, how does the activity, when I say activity, it basically means a screen. Okay, so when you see that here is a r dot set content view, what do you mean? Like it is pretty self-explanatory, right? Key set content. So every app must have some content on the screen, and that content has to be viewed, and that content has to be set on the screen. So we are setting some content in this view. The view means the screen that we have from r dot layout dot main. So basically, it is pointing to a file. That means we have a file, main activity file. We also have a file called activity main file. Okay, so here is a activity main file that we have. Until now, is everyone clear? Like getting a sense of what we are getting into without getting intimidated from all this code. Are you all with me, or everything has gone tangent? Please in the chat if you may. Yes. Thank you, thank you. What did the participants go down? Participants, no, we still have 39 participants. It's very good. Okay, please be a bit active. If you don't understand, please feel free to interrupt, interject, scold, praise, whatever. Okay, so here we have. So related to the override function, etc. It is not related to the basic setup. I'm not I don't want to get into what override and extends and implements means right now, because they are of a, we don't actually need to know that to start off, but we need to understand that once you want to be the good Android developer. But right now we just want to be an Android developer for now. Okay, so we'll start off. Okay, thank you. So what it does is key, main activity is providing all the instructions. Okay, but we don't see instructions on our screen. We see actual visual components, like there's a button, there's an image, there's a text, there's a list, there are menus and video, and stuff like that. Okay, so the visual part of it is handled by this activity.main. Okay, so activity.main may look a very intimidating at first. I'll wait, sorry, this chat is, yeah. Okay, so terminal, I'll close up. Okay, so this, so I just opened activity.main. It is here, and if you want to follow from this, just see the structure. There is a res folder over here. Res stands for resources. Okay, resources, and there is a layout, and there is a layout, and here is activity.main. Both will point to the same place. Okay, I'm just showing you the directory over here. Okay, so what you see here is, if I zoom in, you see a hello world over here. So what it basically is saying is that when I run my app, this is what I will be seeing basically. So I suppose we should just run the app itself. So to run the app, what you have to do, you connect your phone to the through a USB, and I suppose those who have gone through that website which I had provided, it is given how you can enable your developer settings and stuff. If you haven't, I'll again provide you the content. I'll mail it to you after the session. Okay, so if you have successfully connected, you will get something like this. I hope you can follow my cursor. So here it's showing the name of my device, Motorola XT1686. So it should show your respective device names. Okay, so I'll just share my screen, like I'll mirror my screen here. Okay, I'm having some issues with, yeah, I want to show the screen. Just a minute, I am trying to set it up. I want to mirror the ये. तब तक if anyone has any doubts, you can ask unmute करके. Okay, I think no one has any doubts. मतलब I'm very good at my job of teaching. Okay, so I'm mirroring my screen right now. So I have connected my phone. I'm just mirroring the screen. Abhi. Okay, so the when I run the app, told you that this is what it will look like, the layout, right? So to run here you see the arrow, the play button kind of stuff. You just press it. The first run will take some time. It depends on the internet connection. Only for the first time. Okay, it will have to download some stuff. Okay, so to download it will take some time. Till then we will see the so till the time it is building, I will explain to you here. So this is the design that you are seeing. Okay, here if you see, there is design, there is code, and there is split, which will show both design and code. Okay, so okay, it install. Okay, so as you can see, it is here it is showing that it is installed. It will install anytime in my phone now. Okay, so till the time you can see that this is the actual code that is there, and this is the design. See, you see the resemblance here. So I have not written even a single line of code yet. Okay, you all have seen I have not written a single line of code yet, but I already have a app running. Okay, so this is what I was saying. You don't need, yeah, but to make a good app, you need to learn how to code. Okay, so this is, you see the design is here, and this is the design here. Okay, and when you see the study jam written over here, that is a template again. Okay, you can change this thing, but right now it is providing us with the basic stuff that is necessary to get up and going. Okay, so if I yeah, so now that we have our app running, anyone has any doubts till now? And more importantly, has anyone got this like run their app or tried to run their app with me? Is anyone even following with me, or like they will try it out in their own time? Anyone? No? How did you get it on your cell? Okay, no, I just connected my USB to, I just connected my phone to the laptop with a USB cable. And once you connect it, then it will be shown over here. If you successfully connect it. Okay, USB debugging enable is a bit too out of the topic. So if you are unable to follow, that's very fine. I'll provide you the link in the mail that I'll send. Okay. So that's a bit technical. I don't want to get into that right now. USB debugging done. Okay. So people are actually following along. Very nice. You want to, okay. Good, good. So I'll just tell you about the visual part of it today. Okay, so here what do you see? There is code, and if you want to come to the code, you can see here there is only code, there is only design, and there is split the code and the design. Okay, so this is the code that actually gets the work done. What Android Studio is doing, it is providing us with a visual information, like visual translation of the code, so that we understand. Computer understands the code, we understand the visual of it, right? So this is where Android Studio comes in handy. You cannot do this on Kotlin Playground or anywhere else. You by just typing code. Okay, so let us say I want to hello world is here. I want to take it to top left. So I'm just left clicking it and dragging it to top left. Okay, and then if I just run it again, you will see within a oh, it is applying the changes. It will show that the hello world is in left hand. Someone raised their hand. You can speak. You don't have to raise your hand. You can just directly speak. Akans or someone. See, the change that I made here translated into this. I didn't even write a line of code for this as well. You get it how easy it is. Then if I want to, let us say, change the text size of this. So this was in center. I'll bring it back to center. I'm just dragging and dropping here. Someone raise your hand. Please feel free to speak up. There's a chat. Okay, in the chat. I think there are more. Okay. This is one thing. There are more virtual smart devices. Those are called emulators, and I would prefer you don't use emulator, because unless you have a very high-end gaming laptop with 16 GB RAM, that emulator will not be smooth on your laptop. Okay, so I would recommend you not using emulator. Even yeah, it crashed my machine. Even my laptop is a gaming laptop, but I don't have the resources to run it on my laptop. Okay, so emulator, no, phones are better. They simulate. Yeah. Okay, so try to get it up and running. If you are unable to get it running on your phone, just let me know. I'll let me like contact me after this session. Yeah. So you saw how I just moved hello world from one place to another, and it actually translated into the actual design. How can I make the app run on my phone? I think you have not Subham, can you just unmute and speak for now? Subham?
Hello.
So do you have Android Studio installed?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So when you
I'm
are
following.
connecting,
हाँ. No,
so
I
when you
followed the. हाँ. अब आप बोलिए आप.
you say.
नहीं, मैं फॉलो किया, लेकिन वो मोबाइल में कैसे कनेक्ट करते हैं वो समझ नहीं.
Like you connected it with USB cable?
Yes, yes.
Then it is not showing you like how I am seeing Motorola, my name, the device name, it is not showing for you.
Well,
Here you can you see my cursor? It is not showing like that.
no.
Okay, okay. I think if we can get in touch after this session. Okay, you just
Okay.
follow for the timing. I'm explaining you the layout, the designing stuff. You can follow along. Okay, no, it's not. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so you saw how I changed the location and it changed. Okay, so there are basically two main visual components in a Android app. One is called a view, like you can see text view, because it is a view which is handling text. Okay, so similarly there is something called an there is something called, how can I show it? Design. See, here is a text view, here is an image view, here is a scroll view. Scroll view means you can scroll up and down. Simple. Image view, it will show a image. Text view, it will show a text. Okay, so we have views like this. Even all these are image view. Video view, it will play a video. Calendar view, it will show a calendar. Okay, so what views are individual elements that we see on the screen, and one screen has a lot of visual elements. Okay, so if I just go if I open this, yeah, so you will see I am opening a browser. Okay, so if we have to dissect this, what do we have? Here is a view. This search or enter. If I am tapping here, it is opening. So this is a view where I can type things up. Okay, this is when you are seeing image over here. This is Firefox browser. This is an image view. When the text is written here, this is a text view. Okay, so the whole screen is composed of small views over here. Okay, here you see the this is a button right here. So this is a button view. Button views are not called button views, they are called only buttons, but you get the point, I suppose. Okay, so every screen that we have is composed of individual views, and to bring together those individual views, we use something called a uh, view group or a layout. Okay, so what a layout does is that they define how the views should organize themselves. Okay, we cannot just throw a view and say ki be wherever you are. No, we want it to be in a specific place, or with respect to something, it should be above that, below that, left to that, right to that. Okay, so that is what is being done here. When you see text view, so every view is under the supervision of a layout. It is the layout's job to organize where the view should appear and where the view should go. Individual views. So there can be more than one views under a layout. Here the layout's name is constraint layout, which is a type of layout. Okay, the types, different types of layout we'll be studying in detail in the next session. For now, just you have to understand is that our screen is composed of different views, and text view is one of them, image view is one of them, and they are all organized using a layout. Here is one text view. Okay, so we can have another text view also. Okay, so I just want to get it. Yeah, I will also show you this. Let me say, we'll be dealing in this design mode only for now. So hello world, we have seen dragging and dropping. Okay, so what if we want to increase its size or color or something? Here you see something called attributes in this tab here, right? I clicked on that tab. Okay, and when I go down here, it says text. I have written hello world. Okay, let us if I want to change the to something else, text, I just entered here, enter, and if you see here, the text has also changed. Okay, chat someone. Understatement. Right now I don't want you to look into the code very much. I'm trying to get you comfortable with the concepts of Android. Okay, Android and app, I'll be telling it to you. Probably it is probably not a not in this new to programming. Yeah, if you decide to join the advanced track, which will be starting on 9th. I'll be telling there what it is, or you can get in touch with me after the session. We can discuss about this. Okay, but right now it is really not in the ambit of discussion. Okay, so attributes. What are attributes? Like attributes are the things which can define something, like the weight, the height, the color, the size and stuff, the value of it, right? So okay, thank you. Okay, so I went to attributes. These are common attributes of text field. Of course, we'll have a text, right? So this is the only thing you have to hear. And then if we go down, you can see there is something called a background. What is background? It is basically asking the background color if we want to give something. See, there is a background color assigned to it now. Okay, or if we want to, that is the background color, then there will be a text, there should be a text color. See, a text color is here. So if I click here, I can set, let me set the text color to white. Okay, so see, the text color here is white. Then I, here you see text size. Okay, so text size here it is 8 12, it is yeah, so let me say 36. See, it grew bigger. Okay, so these are the parameters that I am playing with right now. And if I run this, okay, I'll just leave it to run. Okay, it will take some time to run. So these are some of the attributes that you can see. So I have not changed any code. I have not typed a single line of code, but I'm doing stuff right now. Okay, so here is the, yeah, I can place it here. Yeah, if I want to add another something, another text view, let us say, you see a text view is here in the left. I have left clicked and I am dragging it here. That's it. Okay, that is another text view. But I said that views need to be coordinated, right? So like I have just literally thrown in a text view. So what happens if I just throw in a text view? We can get to know if I run. The best way to learn programming and app development is just by breaking stuff. Okay, you don't have to worry if it will show an error. Let it show an error. It's not an issue, right? So I've just thrown in another text view and let us see what happens. Okay, see, it went to the left. I threw it here, but it went to the left because it has no order. Okay, so it is just like we start reading a book from the left page and from the top left, right? So it followed that same thing and it went to the top left. But if I want to have some order to this, so what do I do? This is the text view. See, these four buttons, these four circles that you see, okay, they are actually called the constraints. Okay, what is a constraint? Like if you see, if I click on Jupiter here, it is defined ki this should be uh, below this, uh, to the left of this, to the right of this, and like you get the sense, right? I cannot go into much technicality right now. It will probably scare you off, but it is saying that it should be the same amount of distance from the left border as it is from the right. Okay, and it is saying that it should be at a more distance from the bottom that it is from the up. Okay, so it is applying some constraints to this view that we have so that it is placed properly. Get it? So if I want to, let us say this text view, I want it to be, what did it go? It is, okay, disconnected. This is something that happens very often, like the USB gets disconnected. I will try connecting it again. Okay, so what happened? My phone got disconnected. Yeah, okay, it should be up and running again. Okay, so if I want, thank you. So if I want to constrain it, like I want to have some order to this chaos. So let me say this text view should appear below this hello Jupiter. So I will link this to this. Okay, it went right up there. Okay, and then I will say ki na, this should also have equal distances from left to right. So I am just pressing on this button. I'm dragging it to the left of the border. See, I'm clicking this button. I'm right. Sorry, that was right. And see, I'm dragging it to the left of the border. So now it is defined that array. It is disconnecting continuously. Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, I have a pretty old phone. That's yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, Someone is asking something in the chat. Someone is asking. Wireless ADB is not functioning very well for me. I tried it, but it's not working for me right now. Okay, so text view. So I constrained it. I also want to have some space from, like, I don't want it to be absolutely sticking to this Jupiter. So that means I want it to be a bit stretched toward this. So yeah, it is here now. So when I dropped also it was here, and now also it is here, but now there is some order to it, like it knows ki I have to be below this hello Jupiter, and I have to maintain some space from the bottom and some from the right, from the left. Okay, so what happens if I try to run this now? Okay, so I'm running this will install, and see, the text view is here. Okay, I'm not writing any code for this. The thing is, this can be done with code as well. Okay, let me show here. So here you see, as you can see here, the text view, there we were changing the text attribute, right? In design, if we go to the attribute for hello Jupiter, here we changed the text attribute here. And if we are changing this hello Jupiter to hello Saturn, then it will change here to Saturn, right? If you see in the code, see, text attribute. Okay, what is it? That this is a text view. Inside this text view, there are everything that is mentioned here is called an attribute. Okay, so it defines the look and feel of every view that we have. So you can decide to change it from here, or you can decide to change it from there. Okay, but code is not everyone's cup of tea when we begin, but clicking on buttons and dragging stuff is. So that is how, if I want to decrease, if this hello Saturn, if text size, I want to take it to ridiculous 100 sp, let us say. Okay, I did not use that attribute, the design thing. I just used here, I just changed the code here. Okay, and when I change the code, it will do the same thing. It will change the layout. What is SP? Okay, see, it is big. It is very big now. Okay, so Astha asked, what is SP? So there are a lot of, like, we have foot, inches, meters, kilometers uh, mm, as our measuring units. There are a lot of units in itself. If I type 24, it will say what is SP, DP, inches, millimeters, points, and pixels. Okay, so all these have their own pixels. So, but I would rather like not to go into it right now. Okay, you can contact me. You are probably okay, huh? You can contact me. We can talk about it, or I'd like to explain it in the next lecture. Actually, in the next session on we have on 6th or 7th, I'd like to explain it to you, but not now. Okay, I'll get some materials ready for it as well. Okay, so you can see how easy it is. So we can achieve the same thing visually. We can achieve the same thing that we want from code as well as from this attributes things. Okay, so it is doing the same thing. This is where Android Studio comes in. If you wanted, let us say you are brave enough to attempt to make an Android app on Kotlin Playground. Okay, you will get mad writing all this code. Okay, they do a lot of stuff easy for you. They will not provide you with the designs. There is nothing called this attributes that you see. You cannot just simply drag and drop stuff over here. Okay, so yeah, if you want to add a button, you can drag a button over here. You want this button to be under this text view, you drag it below this. It feels like a jigsaw puzzle right now. You are not even coding anything, right? It's just one big jigsaw puzzle, and you run this, and this will run. Okay, so that is how views work. You can change it from the code, but I would rather for the first some time you go through these attributes, and you can change the background color and things like that. So here, text view, the button. If I go to the constraint layout, I have selected constraint layout here, and I am scrolling through this. You see you go through the options. Here you see a background. So logically, there's a layout, there's a background. I suppose that if I click it, it should turn blue. It turned blue. As simple as that, right? So I think you can make a basic about me page. Let us say, how can you make a about me page? Like, you go here, you write I will write my name. Okay, this is my name. Then I want to add an image over here. So to add an image, yeah, this is the last thing that I'll be teaching, how to add image. Okay, so project app. So res stands for resources. I had explained it to you. Okay, so layout is a resource, like how the designs will be and stuff, that will be a resource. Values, I will not go into. Drawables are all the images that you will be showing. Those all the images that are stored in drawable. Okay, so any image that you want to show, you have to store it in drawables first. So let us say I want to, is this a good image of mine? Yeah, this is a good only image of mine. Okay, so I want to show an image of mine here. So what do? I copy and paste this file into the drawables folder. Okay, so I am just dragging it and dropping it into the drawables folder. Okay, yeah, so I'm in. Yeah, now so I have something called my image which I can show, because Android Studio won't know now that there is someone called Chinmay Kavi the Great who is going to show his image, and they will provide the image itself. So I have to provide them with the image, sadly. Then what do we see? We are adding a text for a text view. We added a button for a button view. Logically, we will add an image view to show an image. I dropped an image view. See, it is showing what image do you want to show. So there is a Chinmay Kabi over here. I will say, okay, show me. So it is showing me my image. Okay, so this is probably big. I can drag, see, I can drag it from here to decrease the size. I can just adjust it a bit. I will constrain it so that I am in the I'm in the uh, center itself. I would like the picture to be below my name, and I would like it to be above this text view. Yeah, okay. So now if I run it, it should, I did not touch code again, mind you. Okay. Okay, this is one thing I forgot about. Okay, I'll do it. One thing is that the file names should not have any upper case letters over here. So I will have to rename it. Okay, so this is one thing, just take care. See, the error itself is very self-explanatory. C is not a valid file name resource because my name started with C, so it said C. On file-based resource name must contain only lowercase a to z or numbers. Okay, so I changed it here. I will change it a bit. Where is my image? Where is my image? Where is my image? Okay, travel. And now I will run. So my image should appear without me writing a line of code, which is the most interesting stuff. Okay, so Kotlin, we have learned Kotlin, but still, yeah, break. What is? Okay, does it support only JPG? So it will support JPG, PNG, GIF, GIF, it will not see. I have my about page already. It may not look the prettiest, but neither do I look that pretty. So we have a page ready without writing a line of code. What you can do is like take it as an assignment. Uh, you cannot understand the error. Okay, I'll just say there is a convention that file names, like when I added this chinmaykavi.jpg, the C was in capital font. Okay, so Android does not allow the file names to have capital, the resources to have capital letters in them. That is the only errors. Okay, there is a reason behind it as well, but for now, just keep it in mind. Keep all the file names as small. Okay, all the images that you add, keep it in small. Just keep it in mind. As you go along with it, you will get a hang of it. Why to keep it? Okay, so you saw I have all the things. Yeah, let us go with the ICS app. Okay, fortunately, I was a part of the team that built this app. So this is a fully functioning app that you have seen, right? So if I go to the about page of ICS, you see, there is what is disconnected. Oh, come on. This disconnected. Okay, so if you see any about page of any app, it is nothing more than the fancy background, which has a color, light color perhaps. There is a title and there is a face. And in this text view, you can actually add some description about yourself. You get it? So you actually have a full-fledged about page app for yourself. Okay. Okay. ICS app. Yeah, small little publicity, right? So I hope, see, so you see this, there is an about page. What is this? This about is nothing but a glorified text view. And this is also a text view, which we have added, which we have the string over here. And then again, text view, text view, text view, text view, text view. This is just text view, but it looks so professional. And why does it look professional? Not because of the, yeah, we have used very simple elements, views. The thing is, the color scheme just goes along. The fonts, the color scheme that goes along. That is where you need a sense of design. Okay. So I have equipped you with all the tools that you need to design a decent enough app. And this is now this. I want to ask, how can we there? I want to ask, how can we make button that is in bottom of your page to let us go to okay, working button. The buttons and all we will cover in the next session. Okay, so I haven't gone to coding like interacting with it. So the interacting part if you see here, okay, if you see here in this, yeah, we have something called get user input from app, and that input includes a tap user, matlab, a user is tapping on a button and it's going to the next screen, or a user is entering some text and it is showing. Okay, so that will be covered in the next session. This is a lot of data, this is a lot of information, I suppose, for everyone, don't you think? So everything that is, I just want you to take home with yourself the fact that whatever I'm doing, that is possible in code as well. This is called XML. This is not a, this is more about designing the UI than making it functional. Okay, this just designs the stuff, but getting actual stuff done is in Kotlin. Okay, so it is the brain. Kotlin is the brain and XML is just the clothes that it wears, we can say like that, if we may. Okay, so Mm, so yeah, everything that we have achieved right now can be achieved in code as well. And if you have to be a pro developer, you will probably incline towards code. Okay, but for starters, it's very good to actually explore. To explore, you can drag and drop these views and get started. And if you want to get an idea of designs and colors that go along, you can search for some designs. How can we okay, how can you remove any view? Okay, this button seems pretty useless, doesn't it? Huh? So I have just clicked on this button, and then I have right clicked, and when I right click, there's a delete option, then I just delete the oh, sorry, I deleted it. So the button is removed. Pretty simple, right? So I just right click on the view that I wanted to delete, and there's a delete option. So I deleted it. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. So I think we will stop now. It's over an hour and a half. I have a before. Yeah, I am open to questions now. Okay. All I want to know is that I hope all of you are convinced that how easy it is. Like Android, developing in Android is not very difficult to start. It's very easy to learn, but it takes time to master. Okay, even I haven't mastered Android Studio yet, but I suppose even without writing a line of code, if you are able to achieve a good like achieves this much, then I think, and all this is all because of Android Studio. You cannot do it in Kotlin Playground or any text-based EA. Okay, so this is the power that Android Studio has. But with great power comes a great heating. Okay, so when you run Android Studio, it heats your laptop a lot, and it's very good for getting warm and cozy in winters. So Visual Studio Code. Is not because they Visual Studio Code. So why do people yeah, they write code for, yeah, they don't write code for Visual Studio Android in Visual Studio Code. Okay, Android, in Android Studio you cannot write code for let us say a website or something. Android Studio is exclusively built for developing Android apps. Okay, so that is why this is a special tool that it is providing. It is not useful for making Python or C++ or some other kind of A. It is completely targeted towards Android development. So that is why it is better. But Visual Studio Code is more of a general approach. Okay, so that is why. Could you tell more about the video you were watching for a better? Uh, uh, No, Harish, I don't think he needs to. I get the sense what he's asking. Usually, if you go and search for any coding, yeah, they go for VS Code. So Visual Studio Code can do the same thing that I showed in uh, Kotlin Playground. Okay, so Visual Studio Code will do the same thing, but in VS Code, you don't expect to get this kind of power, the designs that you can see instantly and stuff. And the good thing is you can also animate using this. Like if you want this, Okay, React Native course. No, React Native. I'm not going into React Native and Flutter. Personally, I am a Flutter person, but I don't want to get it will confuse people up right now. Okay, so no. Yeah, you can use React Native. I don't want. Sorry, uh, not now. Okay,
Hello.
tell us. Yeah, yeah. Who is it?
Yes, I'm Pramod Goyal. I have few questions that I would like to ask, but before that, I would just like to state I'm really grateful for you providing us the opportunity to learn and a good
Oh,
job done. It
don't.
was my first development class and I loved it. I'm stoked for the further
Wow.
classes.
Wow. Why does it sound so formal? Did someone pay you up to say this? Or are you?
No, this is just a defense mechanism to
No,
get
no.
people to
I
like
Actually,
me.
Asta,
if
just take notes from this guy. This is the exact quote of time that we should be saying at the end.
yes.
Then we
No,
must
it's
have taken
recorded. It's recorded for history. I'll probably mention it in my LinkedIn today. The last someone said something like this. Okay, be very chill. No, I'm not the kind of person who will don't even call this server. I don't like it. Okay. So I'm very
Okay,
chill.
okay.
I am very chill. You can fool around with me if you come to my. If you message me, I'll probably be sharing memes with you the whole time. Okay. So, uh,
Yes, so I just
yeah.
have
So
few
you
questions.
wanted to ask. Okay, before you start asking, anyone, I would like everyone to please, if you are unable to install Android Studio, please get in touch with me. I'll and or get in touch with DSC. We people will help you out. Okay, please join the Slack channel that we had provided. If not, I'll also provide you my phone number. You can message me there. The Slack link is provided here in the contact number. I will this is going to YouTube, so I will not provide in the chat. I'll mail you the contact numbers. Okay. Okay, I'll mail you all the contact number. And anyone so I would like once you install, there will be a lot of hurdles. Okay, get the first time there's a lot of bottleneck, something will not run, some errors you will get. Okay, so sometimes even slow internet hinders the process. Okay, it has to download a lot of stuff. So but once you get it running, it's very smooth sailing after that. So once you have it all set up, please try fiddling through it. If it breaks, it is fine, but I don't think you will break stuff by just dragging things around here. Okay, I just want you to get a feel of things, like things which used to seem intimidating at first, like seeing apps. How are apps built like this? You can use some of the very basic building blocks that are used to make an app. Okay, these are visual for now. We are not interacting with this. When will the class be uploaded on YouTube? It is getting streamed right now. As soon as we end the class, it is uploaded. Assume it's uploaded. Okay, so yeah. So this is I think this is a lot of things that we have gone through today. So you can make good UI. So making good UI is not just about using views, but also making the color combination go right. Okay. I don't think blue and brown are the best combinations that go along. I hope you have better colors sense than that. Okay. So I don't. Okay, so try fiddling around with this, the sizes, and yeah, and I would really love to see if you can design stuff and actually post these pictures on. If, if you want to send it to us, it's fine. If you can post it online, we have a hash. Like you can post it. Uh, Using a hashtag Android Study Jams, where people around the globe will be also posting their projects. Okay, so we are trying to make DSC NIT Rourkela force to be reckoned with. Okay, so this is our first workshop, which is getting so much attraction, and the people haven't left us already. 31 still going. Okay, the last standard workshop I had only 5 people. Man, it was very heartbreaking. Okay, so yeah, so I would really like all of you to try. If you fail, that's fine, but I wish you try, and I also wish you attend the next 2 session. That's the most important thing. If you want to keep continuing, I'll send you the link. And how many of you are intending to attend the next session? Can we have a show of hands, please? Like yes or no? And yeah, no, raise your hand and just type yes. Okay, just type it. Okay, I see. Oh, nice. Okay, yes. Also, one thing is that if no people, the problem we had is we could not get through to the freshers. Fresher, if they were here, it would have been good, but that's fine. We can also have another from the scratch. Okay, so anyone else, or should who was asking me the question? Sorry, I forgot
Yes,
your
yes.
name.
May I ask you the questions now?
What's your name?
Pramod Goyal.
Okay, hello, Pramod. Are you a fresher or second or
Yes,
third
I'm
year?
a fresher.
Nice, nice. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so where will the links be provided for everything you have stated, like the YouTube download video and the Kotlin and everything? Will it be
Listen,
given in
okay.
the
So did
WhatsApp group?
you? No, they actually. Did you get a mail from us?
Mail as in Gmail or Zebra?
No, have you? Oh no, have you registered for this workshop?
Yes, yes, in Gmail I have.
No, in Gmail, like the link that we have provided, there you have registered, right?
Yes,
So
the
we will be,
RSVP one.
yeah, the RSVP one. So if you are there, when did you register for this?
I registered for it today morning.
Okay, so that is where you missed. Actually, we had sent out a mail yesterday, a comprehensive mail for those people who had already registered. So we actually send out automatic emails, okay, with all the content and the links and stuff for this. Okay, so we will be
Okay.
sending a similar mail. We from our dashboard. I'll list out all the PPT, the references that I would like to suggest, and the maybe a survey form or something like that. Yeah, people, even I haven't got the mail. If you haven't got the mail, most likely you have registered today, perhaps. Okay, so maybe share the
Oh,
lotion. You can Harish or Rebel Bhaiya, can you just share the? No, you don't have share the Notion link over here. Yeah. Okay, Sahil is asking RSVP on every workshop. No, for new to programming workshop, this is one go. You don't have to RSVP again. Okay, we'll be sending you the mail as is. Okay, I'll be writing to you. Okay, so and I'll be providing in this and tonight when I'll be sending, there will be the this PPT. I did not use the PPT actually. Everything I taught is I did the code. So okay, I'll send you the PPT. This PPT looks very sleek, but it is probably useless before me. Okay, so this is a pretty okay. I'll send you the PPT nevertheless. Okay, and I'll send you my phone number, and I'll send you if you want to get in touch with me on WhatsApp. That's fine. On Insta, that's fine even. But I would recommend you join NITR Devs, which the Ye's link was shared before, and it is in this Notion document as well. Okay, so I'll be providing all the links. Don't worry, it will reach to your inbox. Don't be worried.
okay. Sorry
Any
to
more
disturb you
questions? Yeah.
again. I have just two more questions. So should I
Feel
just
free.
throw the questions at you or
Throw,
give you?
throw. Feel free to throw.
Okay, so how do we prepare for our next class? Like, what are we expected to do? Like, do we go to the website that
Do
you're saying and practice there, or just fiddle around in this app?
yeah. Yeah, Joe, whatever I said. No, okay, for the next session, I will send you this website. Okay, what you have to do is you have to complete these tracks. Okay, you see. Okay, wait, let me
So,
get.
do we have to complete
Okay,
everything, or you'd set
no,
a
it is,
benchmark like
it is.
complete till this?
No, no. This is not a hard and fast thing. I'll tell you why. If you complete, what are the benefits? Okay. So Kotlin Basics for Android, this is 50% of the course that we completed today. So here you have to go through this. And now that you go through this, you'll understand stuff. Okay. So, and you have to complete this. Yeah. So once you complete this stuff, you get badges on your profile like this. Okay, what
Okay.
happens is that apart from this will strengthen your understanding. Okay, this is like a textbook in a school. I was just the teacher. Okay, you need to revise now when you are at home. Okay, so you just go through this. Even if you don't, it will not like it is only better if you start out you revise now, so it will strengthen your concepts. So I would recommend, yeah. One more thing is that we are actually giving away prizes. Okay, so
Okay.
at the end of this workshop, like after the end of the second session, then after 3 days, you will be good enough to make basic apps. Okay, so what we are offering is that we will be like you can make your own apps, and if the app is good and decent enough, we are ready to publish it on Play Store for you. Publishing on Play Store isn't free. It takes a licensing fees of $25. Okay, one-time licensing
Okay.
fee. But we want to develop. We would like to showcase like our community has learned something for the first time and they are making stuff. Okay, so we would we the first 5 people who come up with an app that is decent enough, we would like to give you all the due credits, and we will publish it on Play Store so that you can share the link and brag. Okay, we will also be sending them over stickers. I think you have seen the
Okay,
stickers in our
so
Insta
Bhaiya,
page.
as an app,
Huh.
what can we develop? Like, what do we have to do? Do we make a
Then
calendar
coach,
or do
like coach be anything. That is no. Right now, all you can do is play stuff. Na, matlab, an image, some text, and things like that. In the
Yes,
next
yes.
session, you will learn something more, and after that, it depends what utility you want to achieve. That depends on you. This is not a task. Okay, this is just a suggestion that I am giving from my side. Okay, you can work on it. So I gave an example of about me. If you follow this, they will give an example of a birthday card. Okay, so
Okay.
see, design a birthday card app. So it is a it depends on what you want to try out. Okay, so that freedom you have now, you don't have to follow a specific course or instructions. That
Okay,
is
so you
what I
just
want to.
want us to be creative with whatever resources we have, right?
Yeah, it is like giving a kid some crayons and not telling them what they want to draw. Okay, you can scribble whatever you want. So it's just like
Okay.
that. Okay, yeah. So for those who have been bearing me for so long, you shall be rewarded. We will be sending stickers to people who will show us a decent app at the end of this session, which is end of this workshop, which will be on 7th or 8th. It will be over. Okay, so we'll be shipping it to you, and we are trying to get more stickers as we speak. If you don't know what stickers are, they are what you say, they are the honor of
Swags.
any swags. They are the honor of every developer. Okay, they try to brag about it. They stick it on their laptop and phones, and the more stickers one has, probably. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so
Sir,
uh,
so is it going to be kind of competition?
no,
Like
it's
that?
not. This it is something not even Google is. This is something we are doing on our own. Okay, this is not something that Google has said. We have
Okay,
some
okay.
stickers, so we are giving it out just to create some interest among people. Like it, yeah, because
When will we
you
have
can.
our next session?
Next
Seven.
session, if you go to this Notion document, I have made a very beautiful document very painstakingly. Okay, so if you open this
Thank you for that.
if you open this Notion, you will see that, and I've explained it all. So see, yeah. So here is the first study jam. 3/4. So today is third. Fourth and fifth, you try out stuff on your own. You ask me anything you have to. And on sixth, we have our second study jam where we will be finishing the remaining half of the track. Okay. You can get everything in this Notion document. We will be sharing this link. And then you can follow us on this, all these links. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is about the prior programming experience, because by the end of this track you will already have some experience. So then after that we have kept it on 11. So if you want to further continue it, you can continue it with prior programming experience track. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So okay. Any more questions?
No, that would be all for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Any questions? Any doubts? Anything you did not understand? Any criticism that
Chinmay,
you
there is a
have?
question in the chat. I don't think you addressed that one. By
Oh, no, I
Mohit
haven't
Swai.
seen the. No, stickers are something which stick
No,
somewhere.
not that one.
Oh,
He had asked that in Kotlin and
Kotlin,
Flutter. Yeah.
Kotlin. Okay, so every modern programming language, the concepts are same, but the style in which they implement can vary. Flutter is a bit, what is a Flutter's approach to this app is a bit different because let me say someone mentioned React Native, someone said Flutter, and this is native. What is it exactly? Okay, so what it happens is that when we write in Kotlin, we are writing for Android. When we write in a language called Objective-C or Swift, that is for Apple. For iOS, there is a language called Swift. Okay. But so if I want to make an app, I have to write the code two times. Right. Once in Kotlin, once in Swift, then I have to publish it separately. Right. What happens with Flutter and React Native is that you can write the code once and it is compatible with both iOS and Android. Okay, but if you want to be a Flutter developer, you need to know the basics of Android. You cannot just jump the gun and go to a being a Flutter developer. You may start out, but you won't sustain. Okay, so to be a good developer, you need to understand Android development first. Okay, so Flutter is something most of my recent apps are in Flutter, but I still respect Android development to teach me everything I have learned till now. Okay. So Flutter, what happens is Flutter is design and the logic code both are combined in the same file. Here you see it for design there is a different layout file, and for logic there is a Kotlin file. That doesn't happen in Flutter. So there will be some difference. What are the advantage of Kotlin over Java and disadvantages? The only disadvantage that Kotlin will have is lack of familiarity for people who haven't used Kotlin. Like if you come from Java to Kotlin, you may feel a bit awkward at first, like I felt, but that is it. The only disadvantage Kotlin has. Apart from it, everything, because Java is very verbose. We have to write a lot of lines of code just to achieve something, but that is reduced in Kotlin. Okay, there is also something called null. Okay, someone's background noise is very sharp. Can they just mute it? Prachi and Abhas, could you just mute your mics, please?
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. So that is, yeah. So Kotlin, because we haven't ventured much into coding, I don't think I can explain in general, like to people in general, what are the advantages. We can come over it in the next session, perhaps. But yeah, this is the thing. The most important thing is the verbosity of it. You can achieve the same thing in less lines of code. Okay. That's the, yeah. Anyone, any other questions? Or shall we wrap it up? Okay, I suppose that is it then. Yeah, I assume that is it. I'm okay. Anyone? Harish, you want to speak something?
Yeah, okay. I'll just say something at the end. Okay, thank you everyone for staying this long. I didn't expect this many people to
Yeah,
say.
man. Neither
We
did
don't.
I. Neither did I.
Yeah,
Yeah, this has
actually, it
been
is
a
really
very
great.
good, like the best session I have taken so far. I hope it is only yeah, the next session is even better than this. it's not about the participation, like it's about the retention that we have. Like I don't want ki 50 to 100 people join. The few who join, you just keep joining our sessions and together we'll make beautiful apps.
Yeah,
Okay.
as Chinmay
Yeah.
mentioned, we wanted to be like more informal as possible so that people could interact with us and get the best out
Yeah.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah, I hope I have not scared you all. I try
yeah.
to keep it as informal as possible. When is the next session? Okay, it will be on 6th. The links to the session will be shared with you through mail and probably social media posts. Okay. And rest all will be mailed to you, all the materials of today. Okay.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
all for
Thank you.
joining in.
Okay.
And if you have
Thank
some
you.
queries, always feel free to join the Slack link which was provided. I'll type it again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is where our
Okay.
community is. Like we all are here. You could ask in any of the channels. If you're not familiar with Slack, it's just a
If nothing,
combination of
in message on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, any social media, we have omnipresent.
yeah.
Okay,
So you
you
could
can
reach us
message us
out
there, or
on.
I'll give you my number. Okay, provide my number. Okay, if that's it. Yeah.
Always feel free to contact us and make sure you don't miss out the rest of the sessions in this Android study gym. Thank you all for attending.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Good night and stay
Bye
safe.
bye. Good night.
Bye bye. See you.